I think location is really challenging. Working in people's houses, you have to work within the time that they won't be at home. Maybe when they go to work, you have to hurry up to make sure they don't meet you, just to give them their space. You know, it's challenging to make film in Nigeria, really. Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't. It was an exercise that was worth it for you.
Yes, it
because
is.
your movie got several awards.
Yeah.
So all the sneaking around people's houses and dealing with area boys
and
on location.
Like yeah.
It's been well worth it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been worth it.
Does every filmmaker go through that?
I think I can speak for myself and a couple of filmmakers that I know. You know, there are some who have access to, you know, big budgets. I don't know if they go through that. I've never been to that, but for a couple of us that I know, I'm a young filmmaker as well. I mean, we're just trying to look for small money and try to make something. I think practically most filmmakers in Nigeria go through that.
Okay.
So what do we expect from you next?
What to expect from me next? I like to grow. You know, so this. If you watch A Man From Home, I think there were some mistakes there. In fact, you will still have an experience in A Man From Home. But now I corrected a couple of things. I mean, the mistakes I made in A Man From Home. So my next film is going to be better than in terms of visual effect, in terms of story and every structure and every other thing. But what you expect from me next, it's still going to be action. I'm already working on the script already.
It's like you made up your mind you're going to be doing only action movies.
Not necessarily. But I want to tell good
Quentin
stories.
Tarantino.
Yeah, I want to tell good stories. It doesn't have to be action, but it just happened that the next film is going to be action. So again. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's something good because if you watch this one, it doesn't really have a lot of action. There's good story. That's talking about Slow Country now. There's good story. There is good structure, good performance. In fact, they won the MVC Best Actor this year as well.
Okay.
And they won audience.
They won that twice.
Yeah. I won that. I mean, my films won that twice. They also won Audience Choice Award in Afrif, and you know, so it has good story apart from just the visual effect that's there. So my next film, you know, I don't want to mention the title here because it can change.
Okay.
Are we seeing that before the end of the year?
No, I don't rush into certain.
Okay.
Well, 2018.
You say it will be 2000, maybe
Possibly,
2019. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'm going to ask you a question about computer-generated images and CGIs in movies. Are you planning to use that a lot, or would you rather stay with the physical sets and
No, a lot.
a lot of CGIs? You're going to explain that, but that will be after this break.
All right.
Down.
Welcome back. Eric Aghimien still here, is a filmmaker. So Eric, I said I was going to ask you about CGIs, computer generated imaging, and you said you're going to use more of it in your next movies.
Yes.
But something else occurred to me just before we came back. You said you're doing action movies. Film 1 action, film 2 action, and next one's going to be action. Why this affinity or seeming affinity for violence? Or can you separate violence from action? Can the two of them be separate? No.
Not really.
Okay. So what's this thing about violence in quote? You're restricting your movies to a certain age group.
Not really. I think, well, yeah, a certain age group, you know, like, depending, maybe from 15, like that, but not, I'm not a violent person. First of all, clear that.
You don't look like you're a violent person.
I'm not a violent person. And I think it's just, I liked action films. Most of my, you know, childhood heroes were
Bruce
action
Lee,
characters. Chuck Norris. Yeah, so I think that was
Van Damme?
Yeah, Van Damme.
Yeah, so you're actually looking for someone that come do some kicking in your movie.
Yeah, so I liked their movies. So besides, you know, like I was saying, it was more or less like problem solving. Let me fill this gap of action in Nigeria. You know, people were complaining, oh, Nigeria don't do action well, blah blah blah. I said, okay, I think this would be a better challenge for me, you know, to try to, you know, to pick. So I think I did it and I succeeded. You know, people are talking about it. So I just want to keep improving on it. I don't want to stop where it's still not there yet. So I don't want to stop where I currently am right now.
Who are the directors you follow after in terms of like your models?
In Hollywood, I'll start from Hollywood.
Okay.
It's Mel Gibson. It's
Okay.
my role model, yeah. Then in Nigeria, Steve Kukas, the director of Keeping Faith and 93 Days. So he's, he's my mentor. So we try to relate, you know, once or twice.
Okay, Mel Gibson did a couple of, what's the... Braveheart and then...
Apocalypto.
Okay.
Passion of the Christ.
Okay.
I just like his passion.
I thought you'd be looking at someone like John Woo.
People call me that a lot. People call me Spike Lee. People call me different.
You do have a resemblance to Spike Lee.
Yeah. So
Besides the glasses.
Black version of Spike Lee.
Yeah, you know, people call me all that name. People feel, oh, I'll mention that, but the truth is, I never even really knew these guys when I came into film. I knew Mel Gibson, so I've been following Mel Gibson like forever. So it was when I came into film, I started seeing, oh, this. Well, we had some, you know, some things in common, you know, with others, with the ones people mention. But Mel Gibson, I like his passion, I like his story. Try to follow people's story, see how, you know, they became what they are.
Okay, Eric Aghimien, filmmaker. Well done.
Writer.
Just before we let you go, what one word do you say to your colleagues, both actors, filmmakers? What would you tell them as regards
The art.
this industry, the art?
Yeah, I think they should pay more attention to detail. I mean, they shouldn't sacrifice quality for time, you know, because for you to bring us something really good, I mean, it takes time. Whenever you rush, we'll be rushed. We look rushed. So it's better for you to pay attention to time and to pay attention to be disciplined, basically, especially as an actor. Be disciplined, because it takes discipline for you to be outstanding. In the sense that if you're an actor and you get the scripts and you just jump into set, you have to sit down with your character. Everything becomes about the character. Sit down with your character, know what your character needs to come alive, and just bring the character alive.
But do you think the Nigerian audience is patient enough to wait for the actor and the filmmaker to get to that place?
And do you think that they're discerning enough to actually appreciate all that effort?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm one of those that like to see that Nigerian audience are not foolish. So they know what they want, they know quality, they know good art when they say it. So, yeah.
Slow Country. Sorry, Lera. I said I was going to ask you this.
Okay.
Why the title Slow Country?
Okay, Slow Country, it's more around the character, the lead actor, Ivy Okunjayi. It's more around her. It's, you know, like a lot of people go through different things. Talking about the character, for example, so especially women. I mean, they go through a lot. I mean, when you walk on the street, see a woman back in the child carrying heavy load, hawking and stuff like that. So those things just break my heart. And now talking about the character, you know, what she had to go through was even more, you know, degrading than that. I mean, she had to go into prostitution to you know, to secure a good life for our child and stuff like that, which is more even degrading. I mean, so most of the battles we fight as human beings are fought within us, you know, and it's basically trying to make decisions and stuff like that. You know, she was going through that. She had different plans for her life growing up as a teenager, but it didn't work out. Everything she now goes through in the movie is opposite of what she wanted for her life.
Mom proposes.
Yeah, so, and the only word I could use to describe everything that she goes through, or the battles that she fights within herself, is Slow Country. So, because her mind is a different word of its own, so that was what brought about Slow Country.
Thank you.
Eric Aghimien,
Yeah.
filmmaker, writer, producer and director.
Yeah, I
Thank
do
you
love
very
things.
much for coming on Sunrise. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to that next action movie
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, people should try and go and see Slow Country. It's coming out on the 19th in cinema nationwide.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And that's our package for today. Sunrise has been, what do you say, up, down, up again. I mean, that segment of the children living.
Yes, very depressing.
But we should all be
distressing, more like it.
We should all be part of supporting such foundations, such moves to ensure that life is made better for the next person. I'm Nell Taigwe.
And I'm Aleroy, wishing you a happy weekend. See you next week.
Bye-bye.